See, I'm gonna go. I'm
We
gonna.
live now.
You broadcast to your audience as well. You should be able to.
What's going on, everybody, man? Back for another episode of Squad Creative Podcast. And as you all know, man, we bring you the community every week. So today we got a very special guest, man. I'm your host, Seek Paris. I'm going to let my co-host introduce himself, and we're going to get to her.
Mike T is the second half of the Squad Creative Podcast. So you can follow us on all social medias, Squad Creative Podcast. We need y'all to tap in. But today we are rocking with Unbiased LLC. How are you doing today?
Hey, King. I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Man, definitely appreciate you coming out. You got a story to tell, and we're here to hear it,
Thanks.
So I just want to point out before I get you to tell the people who you are, you do a lot of stuff. And it's stuff that we don't even all know about. So please let these people know who you are, all the things you do, and all that stuff like that, please.
Okay, let's see if I can name it all, if I can remember. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you guys for joining us tonight on the Squad Podcast. We appreciate you guys for being here. My name is Unbiased LLC, Rachael, for those of you who know me. And I am an entrepreneur. I have been in business doing hair since 2016. I opened my first beauty shop / beauty supply store, the first Black person in my town to have a beauty supply store, period.
Yeah,
I also started a t-shirt business in 2019. I also do embroidery. I also still do hair. I just started a garden maybe about 7 months ago, so I'm into that as well. I do a lot of behind the scene things like helping people get over the fear of starting a YouTube channel or creating content. I may help them with knowing how to work StreamYard, just whatever people ask me. Most of the time I'm available to them. So I do a lot. Like my hands, they stay dirty. Okay.
I heard that. So I want to point out something you said.
I'm sorry. Huh?
I said I want to point out something you just said. You said you help people get started in YouTube. Now,
Yes.
I want to say, like, you were one of the people that was like, I can't do it. And look at you now. You got your feet.
Absolutely. So I want to pay homage to these two kings on the panel right here, because between Mike and Seek, which is 12 Gone Apparel, they challenged us in their Facebook group, The Squad, hashtag The Squad in the beginning. And they challenged us to start a YouTube channel. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to be in front of the camera. Everything was no. And of course, being a Taurus, I was just like, you know what? I can't let them speak of a challenge and I don't get in it, right? So I made my first video because of them, because of hashtag Squad. Now is Squad Creatives. They was Squad Podcast. Like they just been the Squad, like really, okay? And I was so nervous on that very first video till I was just like, okay, hurry up, get it over with. Let this is it. And then I pushed it out. That was the scariest part. And they both commented and they was like, you sure this is your first time doing a video? And I'm like, yes.
Like you're ducking water on there, huh?
But it was so nerve-wracking because you just think about people watching you and you like, I don't want people watching me. I don't want them to come back and say, you country, you talk countryfied, you look, all this whatever and stuff. But I did it because they asked us to, and I appreciate you guys for pushing us in that moment. because without you, there would be no Unbiased LLC on YouTube. So I applaud you all. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Like, I will never, ever forget that moment. I would never, ever forget y'all. I may go astray, but I'm still available for you, period, because y'all took out the time to be there for me. And it's no way for me to repay you of that. I just hope that by you guys challenging us to make a YouTube channel, that I have done you proud, period.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Took the ball and ran with it, though.
Hey, everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for showing up. Appreciate you.
Yeah, everything you've done has been amazing. Like, that's why I had to come get you. We had to come get you.
I appreciate y'all. I appreciate
y'all. This is a long overdue interview.
So, I don't know. And my computer may be freezing on there, maybe a delay. I always apologize during this time because my computer acts crazy at times.
Your voice is good, Mike. So if you talk, we can hear you.
Okay. I was just shouting out some of the people that's in the comment section. Eminem Bar, appreciate you stopping through. PM St. Louis, thank you for stopping through. Dimps Designs, appreciate you stopping through. T-Shirt Man, Lowe's, Ride Beats, Sketch to Designs, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Remember, y'all, we do this every week. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Thursdays. Bring out everybody. Go ahead.
You just threw me off right there. I didn't know where you was going. But Rachel, so let's get into it. Tell me, I want to start with how you got into hair, and then we're gonna get all the way down to this, how doing hair became a t-shirt business.
Okay. So honest to God, I've been doing hair since I was in elementary school. I've always been fascinated with it. I was always, and I still am, one of those people who I'm just different. I like to be different. I don't like to do what everybody else is doing, even though it may be on the same order, right? Mm-hmm. So when I was in elementary school, my mom would pay for us to go to the salon and get our hair done. And I would go in the bathroom when we get home and change it. And she would cuss and fuss because, you know, she's spending her money. And then I'm like, I don't want to look like everybody else. So I go in the bathroom and I may throw some hairpins and roll it. I mean, whatever. I would just change it. So I've been doing hair since I was in elementary school. I actually started getting paid to do hair in junior high. So in the 7th grade, people was like, can you do this? Can you do that? And that's when finger waves, pineapple styles was in style. And I was like a beast at it, right? So I was like, wait a minute, I can make money. I mean, I was only charging them $5, but hey, back then in junior high, baby, that was a lot of money. $5 got me breakfast and lunch at school. You understand what I'm saying? So I started doing that after school, doing hair, charging my $5 on the weekends, charging my $5. And if anybody knows about finger waves and pineapple styles, if the person doesn't tie it up, within 3 to 4 days, they need their hair done again. So guess what? Every week I was making money doing hair. And as I grew older, high school, still doing hair, but I went up on the price. I might have been $10, but and then I just decided to go to school. Mm-hmm. And I finished school and I started doing hair. I was a master cutter. So I used to cut guys' hair on a master level. I was actually one of the master cutters for Super Cuts in Texas. And so I would train other people how to use the 76ers. That's how I learned how to cut hair with adjustable blades. And I did that for about 3 years. And then I opened up my own shop. I was like, wait a minute, because Super Cuts was charging $20 a haircut back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept saying to myself, they making $20. I'm only making $10 an hour. Plus, they would give me tips. However, anybody that knows anything about commercial businesses, if they use a credit card to give you a tip, they taking out your money.
Yeah.
So if I got a $10 tip, at the end of the night, I probably got $6 off of that 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I started adding that up. If they charging 20 and I'm getting a $10 tip, I just made $30 within 30 minutes.
Right.
So I ended up opening up my own beauty shop / barbershop in Houston, Texas. And I started making my own money. So it's like I was born to be an entrepreneur, and I didn't know it back then, y'all. I really didn't. I didn't understand it. I just knew that the math wasn't mathing. Okay. And I was just like, I got kids and I can pay my own bills and get this rolling. And so that's what I did. After that, I went to truck driving school. Y'all, I forgot I used to be a truck driver. I used to drive school buses as well. But I used to be an over-the-road truck driver because I'm a single parent, 3 kids. I needed to make money, and I needed a lot of it.
Yeah, wow. I hear that.
And truck driving was one of those things that got me and my kids through a lot of whatevers.
I hear that. So you're from Texas?
I'm originally from Houston, Texas, yes.
I always thought you were from Louisiana, from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Nope. But so that's how I became a hairstylist. And then I graduated and opened my shop, like I said, and did all of those things. And then I moved to Atlanta. And when I got to Atlanta, I was just like, they say this is, the black capital of the world. So let me go and see what it's about. I didn't like it. I stayed there 3.5 years. I opened up a beauty salon there as well. And it did pretty good. I just wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy because I was just used to being in Texas, and people are very friendly in Texas, right? Mm-hmm. And in Atlanta, you have to basically, I'm not going to say buy your way in, but that's basically how it is over there. If you don't have the status that other people have, they look at you as if you're nobody.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that feeling. So 3.5 years I left and I came to Louisiana, and I've been here ever since.
Okay. So that's where I get to Louisiana. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's some Louisiana somewhere in there. Man, that's a heck of a story. So it's like you said, it's a young entrepreneur. It's just in you, not on you type of deal.
But when you don't know what it is, you don't know what it is.
Period.
Like I can even say I was a creator when I was younger because I was always changing the colors of my hair. I was always taking scissors and cutting up my clothes, and because I wanted to be different. Even though my mom may have bought it from Neiman Marcus, I didn't care what the price was. I knew that so-and-so had this same white shirt, and I need to do something different.
Right. Right, I hear that. So I want to touch on, I just got a shout out to the finger waves and stuff. I literally was just talking to my wife about finger waves yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Finger waves are dope because my cousin, I used to have my little hair and she put a little perm in there, give me them little finger waves, and I used to think I was just the dopest thing on the map rocking them.
And it's still in style, believe it or not. Finger waves they never left. Never.
Nah, but I feel like it's one of those things that people are asleep on. Don't nobody know, when you get your brush and whatever and get the waving, all that, that's cool. But the finger waves, you can do whatever. You can make it look amazing, real dope type of deal.
Right.
So how did you transition from hair to t-shirts?
So basically I didn't transition. I kind of got thrown into t-shirts during COVID. because they shut down our salon, so therefore I wasn't making any money.
Oh yeah.
I was a school bus driver at the same time, and we wasn't going to school, so therefore I wasn't getting a school bus check either. And I just prayed to God, and I was like, what am I supposed to do? You know, tell me, God, what I need to be doing. Hold on, y'all. It's like a little something crawling over here. The fly. We're in Louisiana, baby. We have flies. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was just like, God, show me what I need to be doing, because this is not it. We're not gonna be able to make it like this. And he directed me to YouTube. And the first person, I typed in how to make t-shirts. No, I lie. I said, what do you do with no income? Like, what type of business can you start with no income?
Mm.
The first person's video that came up was Charlamagne Galloway.
Okay.
Oh
I tell you, I binge watched her videos, and she convinced me just basically by watching her videos that I could make t-shirts.
Wow.
And that's how I started making t-shirts. Just watching her and looking at the things that she was doing, being a daycare owner and making shirts for her daycare and selling it to her people. I was just like, this lady got it going on, right? She in the right place at the right time. And so what I did was, as I was watching her videos, I kind of took notes as to what machine she was using, you know, where she was, what type of shirt if she would say those things in her videos, I was taking notes. So then I started digging deeper, because now I'm interested, right? And that's when I found T-shirt Chick.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just like, if I don't want to get the Cricut like Charlamagne and all that, I was like, what else can I do? And screen printing came up. And she intrigued me, you know, and I guess, I don't know if Google knew I was a woman behind the computer, but they kept sending me to all the women channels. Okay. So I started watching T-shirt Chick, and that's how I became acclimated with her. So I was going to do screen printing, but when I saw her machine, her setup, I was like, Lord, I ain't got no room for that. I would need a whole nother something, you know, bedroom, house, barn, something. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. But then I saw that she also offered vinyl, and so I would watch her vinyl videos. But she had the StarCraft machine, I think, but she had the Roland, one of those bigger cutters. And my practice was not saying that, right? So I went back to Charlamagne because she was doing the Cricut. And so that's how I became a t-shirt person. They introduced me to it, and I figured I can make money with it. And so I ran with it. And then I found out about Stan Banks, you know, later on. So I started watching him as well. And that's just what happened. I mean, COVID pushed me into making t-shirts so that I can survive, me and my family.
You know, a lot
and believe it or not, people wasn't going nowhere, but they was buying t-shirts.
Yeah, a lot of people got started in the industry or in the print industry with the COVID surging. Everybody being stuck in the house, trying to figure out how to make some money. Do you remember your first design?
My very first design?
Yeah.
I did a video on a queen lady. I layered. So y'all, this is the type of person I am. When I learn something, I go straight to the top and then come back down. Yeah. So I layered the shirt without even knowing like if it could work, what I could do, whatever. I just was like, I'm gonna figure it out. And that's what I did. So my very first shirt, and I still have it. I will never throw it away because it shows me where I come from.
Right.
And now I know more, so I can do it better, if that makes sense. But I just want to tell people, you know, during that time that we was all on lockdown, and then they finally allowed us to make some money, like give us a little change. I used every last one of my stimulus checks to buy the equipment that I own today.
Wow.
For my business. Because thankfully I had some, money saved up. So even though I wasn't working, I was still able to pay my bills, even though it was my savings, right?
Mhm.
And I figured with the stimulus checks, I was like, well, it's kind of like free money, but not so much free money, because if I was working, I would be making this money. And then if they would have gave me this money, it would have been extra free, right?
Right.
But instead of buying shoes and clothes and, all this other crazy stuff that people was out there doing,
Yeah.
girl went on Amazon. I got my Cricut. I got my heat press. I bought butcher paper. Like whatever Charlemagne said I needed, I went and I put it in my cart and they sent it to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that stimulus, man, you still hear and see memes and jokes about it, but it helped a lot. Like what we did with what we got was I bought my desktop right here. I had a desktop built, custom computer built, and the rest of that we paid bills with. Like
Right.
that stimulus came through in a clutch,
Right.
And just like you started a whole business with the
Right.
with it. Like so many people didn't make smart moves.
No. And how can I say this? Everybody thinks differently.
For sure.
They got their stimulus check thinking, let me pay all my bills and then go out and whatever, hang out, this, that, and the third. But what about next month? Because it was still up in the air after the first check if you was going to get a second check, like they had to go and vote on it, right?
Right.
So basically what people should have done if they didn't, first they should have talked to God, because if you talk to God, he would have gave you the answers. He would have told you exactly what you needed to be doing, right?
Right.
And you go and you take that money and you make more money. You buy the stuff you need to make more money. Even if it would have been that you were a person that painted clothes for people, buy all the paint that you need with that money so that you can keep going. You understand what I'm saying? You just have to be one with God when your back is up against the wall.
Absolutely.
And once he speaks to you, you have to move on it, because that may not come again. Sometimes God give us messages and he only give it to you once. So you gotta be paying attention.
Yes.
Period.
You'll wake up the next day and be like, what did he say? God dog it out. When God speaks to me, I get up in the middle of the night and I write it down. So when I get up in the morning, if that thought is not in my head, I have it written down. It may be in short-term form, but I got some kind of reference as to what he said so that I can, go back and put it into action.
Period.
That part.
And that's all. And I don't want to make y'all think about God, but I'm just telling y'all, if y'all pay attention, God speaks in different ways.
You better pay attention.
Yeah, that's something we should be thinking about right there.
All the time. Yeah. I was reading this comment. That's why I keep having this smirk on my face. That's from the Educated Natural right here. I know Seek didn't say he had finger waves. Oh no.
Yeah. They was fly too. They used to be fresh though. Back in the day, look.
Seek, you had finger waves, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. I'm walking down the street, man. I leave it at the McDonald's. I'm walking down the street, and some dude going this way, and I'm going this way, right? So I'm walking. I got my little drink. I'm drinking. This man grabbed me by my arm and spun me around. He was like, "Bro, your hair is dope." I was just telling my wife this story yesterday. Like, yeah, I used to think I was the shit back in the day with the little things in my head.
Oh my gosh, it's the first.
Back then, they was popping though. I mean, it was popping.
I'm not a spring chicken no more, so I might.
Okay.
I'm telling the truth, right? I'm telling the truth right now about my age, but
Be proud of your age. Listen, because somebody didn't wake up today. Somebody didn't wake up.
Definitely that, and it's something that ain't gonna make it here. I tell my nephew, he's like, Uncle, you're old. I say, boy, get here. It's a blessing.
Hey, PTR, thank you, Dims, for the share. Listen, y'all, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for showing up. I appreciate y'all.
CTR shirts, that's a new name. How y'all doing? How you doing?
She not new, but she new over here.
Yeah, they you know, look, you bringing out new folks and everything. And I just want to say to y'all new folks, we here every Thursday. We bring you the community. We bring you all the dopest creators in the community, the crafters, the t-shirt business. So you tell a friend to come tap in, hit that like, subscribe, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Y'all heard them rhymes? Tell a friend to tell a friend.
I used to think I was
tell
a rapper.
your mama, your daddy, yeah.
Yeah, I used to think I was a rapper once upon a time. You know, it come out sometime.
Wow.
I'm good. We up here with the great Miss Rachel, man. We watched her come from day one, like push,
nothing.
like
even with the squad
from nothing.
Yeah.
And do y'all know that was 2 years ago?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. And I remember like really, I'd be like, man, go on and get that. You'd be like, no, I can't. We pushed you. We lightweight bullied her into doing a YouTube channel, but it worked out for the best, you know.
That part.
They know all y'all secrets.
Fingers, but don't like chicken thighs. Make sense. Listen, hold on. Sketches. Listen.
Appreciate you, Sketches.
Chicken thighs and finger waves ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know? Look, she.
Oh my goodness!
How you gonna bring up old stuff? See, I wasn't one of them people like braids was cool, but I wasn't no thug. I used to have me an S curl and all that stuff, but my hair, the way my hair grows,
I need pictures.
The way my hair grows, like most people's hair grows out, my hair grows in. Like my hair will look this long, but it'll be this long. You know what I mean? Like, so that's part of the reason why I wore finger waves. I didn't have to grow real long hair. And then I just give me a little perm and this little bit of hair and be in there fly. See, and then as you can tell, I'm not scared of people either. So I didn't care what nobody had to say.
Here crying. Listen.
Why are you crying?
That's hilarious.
What's hilarious, brother? What you mean it's hilarious? What is you trying to say?
Really back in.
I'm telling you.
What is you trying to say here, brother?
He didn't cast out the doggone fishing rod. Come on, really back in.
Y'all look at Seek right now and tell me you could imagine it was some finger waves. Come on.
Yeah, this was 30 years ago, though. This was 30 years ago.
Cook, Snoop Dogg had finger waves. Like everybody
was the thing back in the
day. He had finger waves. Come on now.
See,
I was one of those unfortunate people. I just had to rock the ball, you know. I don't know about this.
Life made you have that, brother. You couldn't help that, brother. You've been born since you was 16. Let's get back to this interview before I go crazy. Regenerative, what is that? I'm sorry, I can't read.
Regenerative looks like Wayne.
My first time in this chat and channel, and subscribe now.
Thank you for subscribing to the channel.
Period. Appreciate you. Thank you for showing up, showing out, and all this stuff. So look, Dims, you didn't start an argument on screen, but I'm gonna get back into this stuff right here. I mean, not Dims. I said Dims. Sketches. You started an argument up here, but so Rachel, embroidery, sewing. How you get into all that?
Okay, so the story about sewing, you guys. I was still in COVID making hand jewelry. I started like the t-shirts, and then I was like, maybe I can add some accessories to it and, you know, try to sell it like that or whatever. So I started making earrings, bracelets, and necklaces with fabric. And I was hot gluing them because that's all I knew.
Right.
Well, they had a woman come into my shop and purchase one of the jewelry sets. And she took it out of the bag. Y'all, this is no lie. And she looked at it and she said, "Oh, you glue yours. I sew mine."
Oh, wow. Oh.
When I tell y'all, my heart just dropped, okay? Because all I knew was to glue it to make it look good and last or whatever, right?
Right.
So instead of getting mad, I just told her, well, I did the best that I could do, and I appreciate your purchase. But when I came back in the house, God is my witness. I was just like, you know what? If this random person came and bought a necklace from me, because I was advertising it on Facebook at the time, right? Came and bought a necklace from me and told me about gluing the necklaces and whatnot, who else is saying that, but just not saying anything?
Yeah.
And so I pondered on that night. Like, I couldn't sleep. And so I was like, God, like, help me. I mean, like, help me. And I was like, she sew hers. I don't know how to sew. That's what I said to myself. And I was like, I ain't worried about that. I ain't finna try to, I'm not finna try to compete with nobody. I'm gonna just keep doing my stuff the way that I'm doing. But in the back of my mind, I was just like, who else is saying this is glued and she's charging $12 and it's glued and, XYZ. So I said, God, I don't know how to sew. And he said, learn. That's the only thing he told me.
Period.
The very next day, y'all, I took the money that I had made in my shop that day when that lady came in, because I was actually doing hair that day and she came and bought jewelry. I made enough money to go to Walmart and buy my very first sewing machine. I knew nothing about sewing. And I bought the machine that I could afford at the time was roughly $98 plus tax, which was like 100 and something, right?
You got the job.
I bought the machine and I bought some thread and I bought some needles, because you need needles and you need thread. So I got those 3 items and I came home and I immediately got on YouTube. Beginner sewers, beginner whatever. How do you thread this thing? What's the first step? So I taught myself how to sew through YouTube University. Within 3 to 4 days, I was sewing my jewelry.
Wow.
And I sent that lady one of my pieces.
Yeah.
And she said, this is what I'm talking about. So I say all of that to say this. She challenged me without even knowing that she challenged me.
Period.
And so I started sewing and I've been sewing ever since. And I learn every day. Every time I get on my sewing machine, I learn something new because I'm still learning. I don't know everything. I do the very best that I can.
Period.
With what I know.
Period.
So that's how sewing came into play, y'all. I kid you not. It was a challenge.
So
and God said you can learn how to sew, and so I did.
Period. One thing I'm gonna say about sewing is a very relaxing thing. Like
sometimes it can be very stressful.
yeah, true. So y'all, I'm gonna give y'all something else to laugh at. I sew too. I know how to use a machine. I learned how to use a machine in 2009.
That's awesome.
I have a machine right here behind me. And another thing I was just recently talking to my wife with, my room is small, so I'm about to move my desk into my closet so I can set up my sewing machine and get back into it. That's why I tune into your videos sometimes. I be trying to motivate myself to get back to it because sewing is dope. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do. Like the creation of, because you just got some random fabric, and when you get done sewing, like to see what you've created, it's not like I got a t-shirt and some vinyl or some t-shirt and some super color.
Absolutely.
Like you actually created this image, this piece from scratch. Like it's a dope feeling to feel.
I got my hand up.
Go ahead.
I just want to say seek. start off by, if you don't have already, some fabric tags for your shirts.
That's what I want to do.
So your tag in the back or at the bottom, in the front, on the sleeve. Start there.
That's actually one of the reasons why I want to get into it.
And you will pick. It's like riding a bike. Once you pick up on that straight stitch, you pretty much got it. As long as you can stay in the straight line. And then I always tell people, if they can't sew in a straight line, buy you one of these things.
The guide.
Yes, they're about $8.
Yeah.
It has a magnet on it, and it will help you keep your straight line.
I got one right now.
Barb says feedback from the customers is a way to advance your business and gives you the opportunity to learn new things. I value feedback. Yes, good or bad. Because I'm going to tell you, the bad is probably better than the good. Because you don't want somebody buying your stuff and always saying, this is awesome. This is awesome. When you got a tear in it, a rip, or this or that, because they like you. So they're not going to try to hurt you or defend you or, make you feel bad. The people who don't know you and don't care nothing about you, that just spent their $20, that's the people who going to tell you, listen, I would have bought more, but you didn't, and I would have liked to see, and that's the ones you want. You want the real feedback people.
That honest.
Period.
And then I just, before we move on, Barb. Barb, she's so knowledgeable and she will not get on this camera with us. I've been trying to get this
for nobody. She won't get on.
I know. Nobody. I've been trying to get her on this camera since Scooby-Doo was a pup. We need you.
When Barb decides to go to that first camera, it has to be the Squad Creators Podcast.
And I've seen you, T-shirt man Lowe's. Thank you, King. I appreciate you.
Y'all from the same city, right? He from Houston too, ain't he?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We actually met in person.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Huh?
See that?
What she say?
Mike. October.
Okay. We hold you to it. Screenshot.
She gonna be on vacation in October.
Right. Or you need a surgery seat and a cover stitch machine. Yeah, man, I used to use all that. I used to do upholstery. That's how I learned, like doing upholstery and fixing clothing, hemming clothes and stuff like that. We used to do like recover chairs and different stuff. I used to know how to sew pretty good. I just gotta get this stuff set up and get it done.
Oh, Wayne, you in Cyprus? My son lives in Cyprus. I'm gonna have to hit you up when I go visit. Maybe we can meet up. That would be so dope. I mean, as long as if you married and whatnot, let your wife know it's just strictly YouTube business. I don't want no trouble. I just want to ask Barb a question, if I may.
Yeah.
If she can put in the chat where she get her metal tags from, I would appreciate that.
I wanted to read this. Yes, I did the same thing in 2020. My co-worker. I'm gonna read it because y'all be acting like y'all can't read. I can't see.
Oh,
my vision. Like I get treatments done in my eyes. I'm half blind.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna read it for you, King. My coworker lent me her sewing machine, and I learned through YouTube. That's what Dip said. That was the best thing for me, was to get on YouTube and ask people. I didn't even know that existed, that people can teach you how to sew on YouTube.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing until I needed it.
YouTube is a career college.
Yes, and that's why I try to tell people, start your YouTube channel, because you have something to offer. No matter if it's 10,000 of the same videos on YouTube, they are not going to do it the way that you do it. And somebody just may pick up on your learning skills.
That part.
They may not get it from the other people, but they may get it from you. So go for it.
Rachel, I gotta ask, now that you've been making content creations, do you think about what it is that you're about to put up, or you just hit record and go?
Woosah.
Woosah.
So I don't know if you guys know, but I had started going live every Tuesday on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
We just hit the 1 year mark. So now I'm basically in season 2, year 2, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So that means I went live every Tuesday for a whole year.
Yeah.
52 weeks.
And every week I had to figure out what to do. So I would poll the chat sometimes. And then sometimes I would just ask my daughter. Sometimes I would just ask people, what is it that you would want to see that you don't know? Sometimes I just would come up with stuff like the day before, like 3 hours before the live. So because I'm not niched down in one thing, it's hard for me to focus just on one certain content.
Right.
Because I do sublimation, I do vinyl, I embroider, I sew, I do handcraft, like I just do whatever. And so my channel is basically all around.
Gotcha.
I'm not that type of a person to just say, I'm only going to do this on my channel. That's not me. So if you watch the replay of this and you are looking for somebody who's all over the place, I'm that person. But if you're looking for somebody who only, do things, from A to Z, I'm not her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not her. Because my brain doesn't work like that. It's always in go mode. It never, it never shuts down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always thinking of this, that, and the third, and how can I do this better? And which that's what we're supposed to strive for. How can you make this better? How can you do it better? You can watch 1,000 videos of them doing something, but what is your method? Their method may not be your method. You may be able to pick up tips and tricks, but you need to still make it your own so that when you get ready to do it or somebody asks you to do it, you know exactly what you need to do to get that project done.
Right.
You shouldn't have to go back to YouTube and see another video to figure out how to get the customers money.
Mm-hmm.
Where they do that at? I mean, you may still have to do it sometimes because you may miss some things, right? But you want to have your method down, to the best of your ability because time is money.
Definitely that. Definitely that. So let's kind of play off of that. So you said like your channel is like basically a smorgasbord, a gumbo pot of creative things. Like, what are some of the things that how can I put this? So if I'm just looking to be a crafter, I'm creative, but I don't know what I want to do. What am I going to go to Unbiased LLC and find that would interest me?
Probably first and foremost, my personality. If I don't draw you in with my personality, I'm not the person for you. No matter what I'm doing on the channel, if you cannot relate to my voice, if you can't relate to how I speak, if you can't relate to my craziness, I'm not going to be for you. No matter what I'm showing you, I'm just not going to be for you. But once you get there, you're going to love me. You're going to get into my craziness. You're probably going to be like, I can't wait till next Tuesday because I want to see what she's talking about, even though she's crazy.
Right. I understand that.
But I want to say something to Regenerative. He said you can learn how to do everything almost on YouTube. That's why I don't watch regular TV. I'm going to tell you guys this. I have not watched TV in 6 years, and I don't miss it. Because I'm going to tell y'all this too. For anybody who's watching and thinking about getting into their own business, getting into a plan mode, into a boss mode, stop watching television. It consumes too much of your time. Y'all see that fly? Okay. Because this is what happened to me, y'all. I had an aha moment. I used to watch TV and binge watch whatever show. I'm not going to name shows, but I used to binge watch shows. I used to find myself sitting on the sofa for 4 to 6 to 7 to 8 hours binge watching television. I had not cooked. I had not cleaned up. I had not washed my clothes. I probably would go use the restroom and come back.
Mhm.
I would go and eat because I don't eat on the sofa. So I would go and take my break and eat in the kitchen. But just think of the time that you spend watching television. First of all, those people making their money.
Right.
You making them more money because you continue to have it running. Whether you're watching it or not, as long as that broadcast is running, they're getting paid. But guess what they're doing with their time? They're reading books and they are trying to figure out what is the next sitcom I can get these fools to sit in front of the TV for 6 to 8 hours to watch doing nothing. And
True.
so I decided one day, I was just like, you know what? This is crazy. And I did that all my life, right? Because that's what we was accustomed to, watching TV.
Right.
It became weird when I started watching and, you know, people was doing weird stuff. I'm not even going to go into that. And I was just like, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to watch this. But every time I turned the channel, it was on.
Yeah.
Then I had to pay $160 to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. So I cut the cable off. My grandkids was furious, but I didn't care. I cut the cable off and I stopped watching TV altogether. And when I tell you, I was able to do more things. I was able to do more research. I was able to, you know, get in my own headspace and figure out what was it I needed to be doing to help my business grow. This was just for hair at the time. And so that's what I did. And if people would just think about it, you spend 8 hours at work, 8 to 9 hours at work. Then you come home and watch TV for 8 to 9 hours. That's 16 hours out of your day that you've done absolutely nothing. You may have gotten paid for this, but these other 8 hours, you ain't doing nothing.
Right.
And so television is obsolete. Don't look at television in your bedroom. Like, come on, people. It's you know, let's get it together.
Let's get it together. We gotta I'm gonna hit the comment section up. Chris Smith, Calavo.
That's my boo thing.
Unbiased offers variety, so you can see what you're interested in.
Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you for being here. I plan in the future to use my laser to make my own. Okay, Barb. Okay.
What were you just reading from?
I was reading Barb. She said I plan in the future to use my laser to make my own metal tags. Remember I asked her about the metal tags?
Yep. And Regenerative Wayne right here. Awesome channel, thinking about getting a 3D printer. They can do so much. Make all kinds of parts. Cut cable cord 7 years ago. Bill was $180 per month. Now just Netflix and YouTube saved thousands.
Absolutely.
The internet is free, ain't it? It's free right now for the majority of people. So I could be paying a cable bill.
Right.
It doesn't seem logical.
It don't make sense.
No,
we just realized that and cut off our cable last month. Like, and just got the internet, $50 internet bill or $300 cable bill. And
but first of all, you can only watch one channel at a time.
Right.
And then they came up with a picture and a picture. Okay, I'm listening to one and one down here on the screen. I don't know what they're saying, but I can see them move it. Like, that's crazy. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and then like what we do, we don't even watch the TV itself. We had a few shows that me and my wife would watch together or whatever, or individually, and then we'll just record those. That's all we did. And so we just got rid of that and got the internet. $50 a month for the internet and versus $300, damn near $300 we was paying for Xfinity. Do the math. Do the math.
And they highway rob you with that. Like, because they know you need it, not the cable per se, but you need the internet, you know, because everybody needs internet nowadays, right?
Yeah.
And in my town, there's only one provider, so they really cut us with a knife that's sharp as, you know what I mean? Because if I was in Texas, we would have had somebody around the corner of every corner, and you can pick and choose which service you would want and what best fits your needs, right?
Right.
But where I am is one person, and so you pay what they ask, or you just don't have it.
Period.
So I wish I was smart enough to get my own company, because I would blow them out the water. Okay. But I'm not tech savvy like this, so I don't know.
Yeah. Read a few more of these comments, Mike, please.
Read a few more.
No, they talking about something else. I watch TV, but have to be working on something, usually crochet or planning something out. Plus, I usually go to bed early.
I'm the same way.
It's free, and I might even cut Netflix because I really don't watch. And they went up. Netflix went up too.
Yeah.
YouTube is going up as well. All of us.
Everything is going up, but they're not giving you anything extra. That's why it's best to keep your mind busy and try to figure out what's the next thing that you can do to keep your family fed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rachel's telling me my brain is going to mush. Stop it, Chris.
I watch TV, but when I'm on the TV, I'm on the computer doing something. It's more for noise than anything for me.
Okay. Well, I mean, you have a podcast, so you can listen to other people's podcasts.
That's often what we do.
True.
Or I know I do. I do a lot.
True.
Yeah, YouTube went up too. I'm about to cancel everything. Okay. It's if I knew.
I don't. She said YouTube went up too. What they charge for YouTube?
Yeah.
Yes, for the subscriptions.
Yeah.
If you want premium YouTube without the commercials and all of that.
Oh yeah, right.
I was just going to say, if I knew that my cell phone hotspot would carry me through my lives and whatever I needed, I would cut the cable.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid that you'll be live and then they.
Yeah.
So, but if I had another way, y'all, trust and believe, I would get rid of this company. But it's nothing in the works for me.
Yeah, I understand that. Like it's a they make us so dependent stuff. Yeah, hard. And then like all these addictions, we need this internet. Like you need the internet to survive.
Right.
For the most part, you know what I mean?
I mean, nowadays you need the internet just to pay your bills.
Yeah.
If you don't have, because a lot of like in my town, we can go to the stores and still pay certain bills at the customer service, line or whatever. But the majority of the companies didn't come back. They stayed home. So who you gonna call? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like, I believe that song, they knew what was gonna come. Because during that time, it was like a ghost town, like Ghostbusters. Seriously, y'all. I use my hotspot on my phone for my lives. No reliable internet for the country. Really? Okay, Dips. I'm going to have to, girl, listen, I'm going to have to try it. Because if it works, bye-bye to the cable company. I can pay one cell phone bill and one internet connection with the phone. I got unlimited over there, so hey.
So Rachel, I gotta ask, out of everything that you do, what is your favorite as far as the craft industry goes?
Ooh. I would have to say embroidery and sewing. Because it's a different creation.
Yeah.
It's different. It's seeing the stitches create whatever it is that you're asking it to do. It is a beautiful thing.
That's real. I understand it.
Yeah.
So what embroidery machine do you have?
I have the PR680W, the Brother machine, 6 needles. And that's because that's all my pockets could afford. What I wanted, what I went in there for, they was like, no, Miss Bias, no, this not gonna work. Okay, but what we can offer you is this one over here. I said, okay, I'll take it. Mm-hmm. And so I got that one in the hopes of getting another one and a bigger one. Yeah. Because you need 2 or more. But I started out on the embroidery / sewing machine, which was about this big. Mm-hmm. And within 3 months of having the small machine, I was bored. And I was like, this ain't gonna work for me. And that's when I went and got the bigger one. So I kind of put the little one in the box and like, toodles. Yeah. And that little one cost me $1,200.
Wow.
So, but I was making money with it, but it wasn't satisfying my needs. So I needed something faster. I live in a fast lane, y'all, period. So I needed something faster, and so that's what I did.
Nothing wrong with it. But that 6 needle is getting that job done, though.
It's getting the job done. And eventually, I'm going to try. I've been racking my brains. I've been trying to come up, and I'm still asking God to help me with this, come up with something that I can sell that will generate money quickly. Like I can sell it, make it real fast with quality, of course, but and be able to sell to the public so that I am trying to get my trademark, which is $500. And I am trying to get another machine or the money towards another machine. So I have to come up with a product that doesn't take me a lot of time, that people will actually want to wear or show off or whatever the case may be, so that I can put that money aside to do what's really important. Mm-hmm. And so I'm still pondering. It's almost 2 weeks. And I know God is going to give me that answer immediately, okay? Because he know I'm ready. But that's just, it is what it is. And I tell people, or I have told people before, if you are in business and you're struggling in your business, when your birthday, Christmas, anniversaries, whatever you celebrate comes up, and people say, what is it that you want for your birthday? Stabilizer. Vinyl.
Period.
Heat press. Ask people for the things that you need to continue to flourish your business. Period. No, I don't want no new sneakers. I don't want a new handbag. I don't want that. What I want is things that I can use in my business to make money. Mm-hmm. If it's shirt tags, ask them to, give them the website where you want to order it. Put your order in and let them pay for it. Mm-hmm. That is the smartest thing that you can do if you are struggling in your business and you want to do something more or you need more inventory. Mm-hmm. If you have 10 people that want to buy you something for your birthday and you need 100 shirts, get those 10 different people to give you $25 and put that towards your 100 shirts.
Period.
It only makes sense, people. So, I'm not saying don't go out to eat, because I love going out to eat. I love enjoying life as well. What I am saying is, if your business is struggling, don't let it fall by the wayside because you chose to go hang out for your birthday and spend $1,000 at the place to decorate it, get food and all this other stuff, for people to give you $50 and pin on you or give you a card for $50, right? Mm-hmm. When you could have took that money and invested in your business, and then the next one you be like, I need, well, you had it, but you chose to have a party.
That makes so much sense.
It does. Regenerative life. I'm just gonna say Wayne from here on out. 7 years at $180 a month, $15,120 already in savings in 7 years. Also, if you're a veteran, you qualify for the government discount program for internet and cell phone. My internet is $9 and my cell phone is $30 now.
So I need me a vet. Any single vets in the chat? Because we can get married tomorrow so I can get these benefits. Married on paper. Okay.
Squad Creative Dating Services in full effect right now.
Marissa says that's what my sons do. They always give me something to grow my business. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's just one shirt that a blank shirt that they give you. You can create whatever on that shirt and sell it and make money, because guess what? The shirt was free. So any money you make off of it is yours. You take that money that you made off of that shirt and you buy what you need. If you know what I'm saying, or get the smaller things, if nothing else, of what you can use in your business until you can make enough money to get the bigger things. That's just how it works.
Period.
Because we wasn't given, we don't get the $40,000 and $50,000 to start a business over here in the USA, even though we from the USA and born and created in the USA. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Say it out loud. Say that part for real.
So since we're on this business topic and Unbossed LLC, I just want to remind everybody with these LLCs, January 1st, new laws, y'all dig into that. They're going to be taxing. So if you're not doing meeting certain requirements, I'm not sure if it's daily or monthly or how often, but they're going to be charging $500 a day. Y'all read up on that with the LLCs.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that, kind of messed us up during COVID, because everybody was just filing. So a lot of people filed, but they didn't do nothing with it, basically, right? They kind of like just have all these different names under LLCs, but they're not really doing too much. It was just like an advertising thing, Mm-hmm. I've been having my LLC since 2016. I pay taxes once a month. You can do it quarterly or you can do it annually. I chose to do mine every month because next month I may not have it.
Right.
And if I wait for 6 months, I definitely probably won't have it, even though you're supposed to put that money up to pay them. But sometimes you get in a bind. You may need it. You got to keep the water on to service the clients. You got to keep the lights on to keep, so sometimes you may need the money. And so I just wait every month and pay mine, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, man.
They're looking for the people that's actually scamming the system, which
right.
It's not too hard to tell. That first week, it's gonna be like, oh, okay.
But it's like not everybody is up though. They think there's so many people that feel like they got to go get an LLC because some TikTok or Instagram guru told them that.
Say that again.
I've never had an LLC. I've always done business off of DBA, which meets my needs.
Yeah.
And LLCs.
And you're not charging taxes on your merchandise, right?
No.
So you don't owe them any tax.
Nah, I live in Oregon. We don't even have taxes here, so.
Oh yeah, I don't. So, but if you sell to someone out of state and their state has taxes, you're supposed to charge their state tax.
Yeah. And that's one thing for me I've never quite understood. So I always, in my pricing, I have a cushion. Because I don't know, I'm originally from Washington, and it's always like $1.10 or something on the dollar, or you know what I mean, 10 cents on the dollar or whatever. So I keep a cushion in prices to where I can cover those type of costs for those sales, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Versus I don't know how to pinpoint for each state is what I'm trying to say.
So depending on what you're using, you can set it to do automatically. So the reason why when you go to different places and order stuff online, they ask you for your zip code for shipping,
right.
is because they're going to calculate that, right? So let me tell you this. I could be in, let's say 55555. That's my zip code.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how they have a zone line for certain streets and houses, and you may be 3 houses down from somebody and their zip code is 55556.
Yeah.
If you put their zip code in, you're gonna get one price. If you put your zip code in, you're gonna get another price, and y'all stay right down the street from each other.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get like I use Square, and Square automatically calculates if I sell something online, where that person lives, how much tax they owe.
And so that's actually true. I actually use Square for myself.
And how much are I supposed to charge?
Yeah. I never even thought about that. Yeah, I do use Square.
Yeah.
But
so I mean, the people that don't know, and that's the ones that's gonna get, they the ones. Yeah. LLC protects your home property, so if you ever get sued, they can't take it. Also carry good commercial. My commercial insurance is, yes, that's another thing. Like, and I mean, it's only, I mean, I don't know. I guess probably different for different states, but my commercial insurance is only $17 a month.
Yeah.
But I'd rather do that than for somebody to go into my hair shop and claim that, they missed a step, and you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather pay $17 than $17,000 for a broken ankle or whatever, and then they go to the hospital and get lotion on the commodity, and then they charge you $100 for a little bit thing of lotion like that. You're like, girl, I could have bought you some lotion. I could have went to Dollar Tree and got you some lotion.
Right. Real deal. I have a DBA also. And you eat chicken thighs.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't come from my people.
We have the money, like my solar DIY system. I'm building the lithium batteries, inverters, etc. Cost our budget. Sacrifice. Stop eating out so much. Don't run the streets. Cut. Yep. You cut some ladies out. Don't be cutting the ladies out. The ladies back in there, Wayne. You gotta add us back in there. Okay. Look, y'all can scale down on some things, but don't scale down on the women.
He been listening to that big pun. I don't want to be a player. No.
Yes, bitches. Shopify does that as well. Etsy, Amazon, all your big people, they do that. Anytime.
So do you operate off of Etsy?
No. I probably never will.
Well, I'm just curious why.
Why not?
Because I'm not tech savvy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I am a one-woman show. That means I have to take the orders. I have to create the orders. I have to bag them. I have to send them out. I have to do the hair. I have to do the garden. I have to man all these channels that I own. You know what I'm saying? Like from TikTok to Instagram to Threads to, it's too much for one person. So I could only imagine if I had an Etsy store, even though you want to make money in your sleep, do you really want to wake up and say, now I got to sew 50 headbands? Are you kidding me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a blessing, but it's also a curse. Because if you are just one person, it's no way. You're going to fall. Something is going to go short. Something. I don't care how superwoman, superman you think you are. Something is going to fall by the wayside. Yeah. So you have to be careful, what you put yourself in. Just like I didn't think YouTube was going, once I started it, I didn't think it was going to be this hard. YouTube is hard.
Yeah.
For anybody who wants to know, it's hard. It's not easy. It's not something that just falls in your lap. You have to work your butt off to get people to trust you and to come and see you, because without them seeing you, you don't mean nothing to YouTube.
That's real.
So, I mean, it's just hard. It's just hard for one person to do all of this. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would have 50 jobs. You know, I was used to just going to one job and coming home. Now I have 50.
Yeah, so you said,
and a lot of them I didn't ask for. It just fell in my lap. You know what I mean?
So you said that you working like that, and then something's gonna fall to the wayside, right?
Right.
It's a little deja vu. I just wanted to point that out right there. That's deja vu for me.
Yeah, y'all had this conversation before. I was
yeah.
And it will, because you're gonna get burned out. You're gonna get burned out on one of something. You know what I mean? Because your body can only do so much. And believe, when your body shut down, it's nothing you can do. I don't care if you know that you got 100 t-shirts to make by tomorrow. When your body shut down, you might as well get on the phone and call them people and say, hey, it's not gonna happen.
Period.
Unless you have somebody else that's trained to do what you do and do it the way that you do. And that's the key.
Mm-hmm.
You can train somebody how to do what you want or need them to do to help you, but are they really going to take every step that you do to make sure that it's right to send it out to the customers? Because at the end of the day, your name is still attached to it. It don't matter if Granny was over here helping me, you know what I'm saying, and she forgot to put the button or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Period.
It's still your name at the end of the day.
Period.
So you have to take pride in the things that you do. And one person can't do it all.
That's real though.
That part.
That's all I be trying to say. You know, I'm glad I got somebody, you know, an intelligent businesswoman to have my back on such things in this world. It's lonely when you write sometimes, you know.
But see, does it stop us from trying to do it all? No. I am that person. I will try to do it, and if it doesn't work out, I move on to something else.
Right. I'm just being a butthole right now.
No, I understand totally what you're saying. Because I remember when Mike said that, and I'm in the chat like, no, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But he said he was proving us wrong, so therefore we're waiting. We're still waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and when it comes, it's gonna be a glorious day. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna be everywhere.
So will Jesus, brother.
And Mike, I want to congratulate you on your Wallapalooza invite. That was awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Videos coming soon. I just got a lot going on. Rachel, have you got into any director film at all, as far as the transfers or anything? You haven't tried it out at all?
I ordered, because I saw you with Ninja Transfers, so I did order their sample pack. And I like it, but I'm not gonna say but. I would do it or use it if I had a big order and I needed it done fast and they could ship it to me fast. You know what I'm saying? I would try to do that, right? But as far as like in my mind, I don't know what God has for me, but in my mind, I cannot see me getting DTF machines and this and that and the third, right? Because it's not in my budget. But I don't know.
Everybody.
God may send somebody and say, hey, we want you to try it back. I'm taking it. Okay. I don't care if I have to, you know what I'm saying? Put it in the bed with me. I'm taking it.
It's definitely not for everybody, man. Sometimes it's easier to just go get transfers and get it done.
Folks ask me why I only do shorts. I am retired and I'm not trying to work YouTube. It's just a hobby and learning resources for me. YouTube it is a whole career. They do have digital assistants. I'm scared of the digital anything people talking to me. I don't want to talk to them.
Anything digital.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to them. You know how now you call customer service and they like, press 1 for this or that. I'm like, oh Jesus. But I mean, that's everywhere. I hate it.
Especially the cable company.
I hate it. It's like you cannot get a real live person on the phone. You just can't get nobody on the phone. And
that's the future, though. It's the future with everything.
I understand so let me just say this. I understand it's the future. I'm just not ready for that.
You ain't ready.
No, and that's
You gotta,
just
get ready. You better
I
get
know,
ready.
right?
Yeah,
And that's just like now, most of the brick and mortar stores are closing, and everything is online, right?
yeah.
But and I'm gonna just tell anybody. So see, this is your chance and your opportunity to get your sewing machine ready, because people are buying all these clothes online and they don't fit, and they have to come to somebody to alter them.
Right.
So what people don't realize is you may spend $30 on that outfit to come to your house for it to not fit, and then you got to find somebody to fix it, and we're going to charge you 15 to 20 to 30. So you thought you was saving money by buying $30 worth of outfit. Now you got to spend double to get it to fit you.
Yeah.
So I don't have no sympathy for the people who, want to buy stuff online and it don't fit. Okay, I can fix it.
That's real. That's
And
real.
you can just, as long as you let people know that you're doing it, they gonna come. I promise you, they're gonna come.
Yeah, I'm about to get into it. I just gotta get one of these days where I'm feeling good and get this stuff moved so I can make room, because my room is small. So I'm gonna move this desk into my closet right here so I can have this area for my sewing machine. But I be walking on this prosthetic and I don't always want to do work.
Right.
It's a couple comments over here, I think.
But I would say, how is your machine heavy?
Nah, it's just it's pretty light actually. It's not heavy at all.
So you can move it anywhere you sitting there right now. You put it in front of you. You ain't gotta go nowhere.
No, I don't have no room right here. Like I got a big old my computer screen I got a 40-some inch TV as a computer screen.
Okay.
And
what about the folding trays that you eat on, like the wood folding trays things?
Oh yeah, that actually would work. I didn't think about that.
Absolutely. And let me tell you what you buy. Go to the Dollar Tree or tell your wife and get you one of them rug things that they put in the drawers, and put your sewing machine on top of that.
I got one right here.
Put your sewing machine on top of that.
Yeah, I got
and let it roll, baby. It's no excuses. You know why? Because I commend you for losing your limb and still continuing to push others. I know it's probably 50% you needing to push yourself as well, but when people are going through stuff and they still can find the strength to help and push others, that's a blessing.
Yes,
it's a blessing, because you could be walking around or sitting down and writing everybody off and F that, and life is this and this, but you didn't do that. You may have weeks for a moment, but you came back, and you came back strong. So I applaud you, King. Keep doing what you're doing, because you may not think you helping somebody.
Yeah,
somebody is going through the same thing, maybe not in that manner, but you helping somebody. So keep pushing that message.
For sure. Thank you. Yeah, it's I have my times,
and it's okay. We all go through it. Why am I here? Why did this happen to me? What's the, and I understand. I listen. God put everybody in certain situations for a reason.
Period.
Yours may be to give the message that what you're speaking and showing people that even though I went through this, I'm still coming up with t-shirts, ideas. I'm still putting it on the shirt. I'm still trying to push my business. I'm not going to give up. I may not be able to walk to the mailbox fast, but I'm going to get there.
That's right.
And that's just a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
Period. Yeah, I try. I feel like my wife's lightweight a bully. Part of my reason for going, and then part of it is just I feel like I have to. I feel like if I quit doing what I was doing, the people win just because of the situation that the way I lost my leg.
Exactly.
I feel like they win if I quit. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
And my wife is a bully. I hope she can hear me. She
don't, because I remember the story. See, don't blame her.
No, I don't blame her at all. No.
She was doing what, you know, what they told her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, I mean, especially when somebody's telling you you're gonna probably lose your job. You better. So, I mean, people's hands was just basically in the air.
Oh, that's actually a good idea too.
You have carpenters who can make you a folding table, a foldable sewing machine table with wheels to fit your needs. Yes. So, I mean, and listen, Seek, you are creative, right? You could take that food tray and put wheels on it.
True.
They sell wheels, and all you're doing is drill your little hole in there and suck it in there and push it out the way when you don't need it and pull it back when you need it.
I didn't see about that. I have one of those trays too.
Yeah. Put you some wheels on that sucker and make sure it's the ones that lock. So when you sewing, it don't move. When you finish, you can move it and put it up where you need to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where there's a wheel, there's a way. It's more than one way to skin a cat. You just gotta find what works for you, because
I'm saying.
Yes, because you know what? People will tell you you need this, you need that, but your pocket's saying you can't get that, right? So now you need to come up with your own creative idea of how to make it work. Let me tell y'all let me show y'all something.
Can y'all hear that?
Hear what?
Hear what?
Oh no, my neighbor got this muscle car and it like it rev engine and it's shaking my whole house. It's loud. He got it's 69 something. It's so pretty.
So I just want to show y'all something. Y'all know how you kind of need cameras hanging from the ceiling when you're YouTubing, blogging, or doing anything, right?
Yes.
And I look online and I'm like, these prices is just like out of my budget. Like right now I can't do it. Well, I got this for $15, and it's just a regular thing. Okay, like you can wind it the way you want, right?
Right.
So I got it because they said you could put it around your neck and use it. So that's why I got it. But let me tell y'all what I did. And so in my ceiling, I took those metal hooks. Yeah. And I screwed it in the ceiling. I took the end of this and I twisted it on there. And I let this thing hang from the ceiling.
Okay.
While I filmed the video, right?
Over there, camera.
Yeah.
But I didn't know as I was filming, I have a fan that I use in this room because it's hot, right? Mm-hmm. The fan was making it swing back and forth. I didn't know that until I started editing the video, and I'm like, why is it moving? And so you can see that this was moving, but guess what? I still posted that video. Because I did all this work and didn't know that it was moving the whole time. And I'm still posting that video. And that's why I always tell people, don't worry about what other people have.
Yeah.
Find your way. Find your own way. Figure it out on your own, because everybody can't afford the same things. But we can make it. We can make it. You just have to be willing to step into the box. A lot of people say step out of the box. Step into the box. And find out what belongs to you. And that's it.
Period.
Wow. Well, Rachel, I gotta ask you, before we get into anything else, I seen you hop off of a plane. What made you hop off that plane? What was your thoughts? What was going on with that?
My son, my baby boy, asked me to do it, and I couldn't turn him down.
Comforted me, both y'all.
I am I'm a Taurus, and so challenges You know what I mean? We kind of like take everything head on.
So is that like stubborn? Does that mean stubborn?
Yeah, we stubborn, but we can't. So like, you know, it's just like if somebody invited me to a party, I'm gonna go even though I don't want to go, but it's because I've been asked.
Right.
If I see the invitation online, that means I don't have to be there. But if somebody asks me, that means, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just do it because they asked me to do it. And so my son was just like, Mom, if I go, will you come with me? And I'm like, yeah. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, is this boy crazy? Because I actually thought he was going to change his mind. But he didn't change his mind.
He stuck through with it.
But you know what, Mike? I'm going to be honest with you. I was scared out of my mind. But once it happened, like once they get you out on the outside of the plane, I felt so free.
Wow.
It was so liberating to be able to see the world in a different, it was just different. It's not even like getting in the airplane looking out the window. Like it was almost like touching heaven and coming back. That like I mean, like I can't even explain the feeling that it lit. You know, I just can't even explain it because it was cold up there. But when we got down, it was hotter than fish grease.
Yeah.
And I'm standing trying to figure out why some of that can't come down here.
Yeah.
But if you ever decide to do it, just do it. I'm serious. You will feel it. 14,000 feet.
Oh, yeah. I see you when you get back.
Dims went too. Dims Designs did hers as well. She did hers.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that too. Yeah,
listen, y'all. I'm not lying. It was something I would never forget it. I would never forget it. I pray I never forget it. I don't know if I get old and I can't remember everything, but I pray I don't ever forget that feeling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna have Mike jumping out of planes now.
Oh no, Mike ain't jumping on no plane. Don't worry about
it.
I am cool on that.
Well, I'm telling you, y'all tougher than me. I'm telling you, Papa on spinach is a punk. I wouldn't do it. I feel like if God wanted me to jump out of a plane, he'd have gave me some wings.
So that's why but think, listen to this. That's the reason why I posted the video about it.
Yeah.
Because you don't see a lot of us jumping out of planes.
No.
And so I wanted to encourage people. It may not be a plane that you're jumping out of. It may be you want to take a train ride. It may be that you want to, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. You can do it. And that's why I posted the video. It was to send a message for people who look like us that we can do it too if we want to.
Period.
Right. And that's just it, and that's all. And it's not to be racist about anything. It's just that you don't see a lot of us jumping out of planes because they like y'all. Oh no, I ain't doing it. I'm Popeyes the chicken and the. If you muster the guts to do it, I suggest you do it. You will never feel the same afterwards.
It's just one of them things that for me, I think about that. And it's like I jump, and I know it's one of the things that once it's over, I'll be like, damn. But for me, like I can't bring myself to take that first step. I wouldn't be able to. Like,
so I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know about what everywhere for skydiving, and Dims probably could attest to this. I'm not sure. But they give you this feel before you go and jump. You have to watch all the safety videos and whatnot, right? So when you find your person who's going to be with you, they tell you, if you get up there and you're scared to jump, we'll just come back down on the plane, with the plane. Mm-hmm. That's not true. Because I found out that they get paid to successfully land. So do you think those people going to go up to 14,000 feet and get back on and stay on that plane and come back down with that plane and not get paid for that. They're not going to do that because now you're messing with my money.
Yeah.
So guess what? You're going to get to this hangar and I'm going to push you out this door, whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that ain't cool. Like, okay. Yeah. No. Well, you could.
So basically, they're going to make you feel as though, don't be nervous. You know, we got this, you know, XYZ. But if you get scared, we can bring you back on the plane. They are not coming back on that plane. They jump so fast, girl, you don't even get a chance to change.
Yeah, you don't even get a chance to change over.
That's how they get paid.
Yeah.
The man who jumped with me, his plan was to make 50 jumps that day.
Damn.
50
Now,
that day.
He never disclosed to me how much they make per jump, but just imagine if you have 50 scheduled and 30 of them change their mind.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what they not
Mm-hmm.
you going down. I just that's all I can tell you. You going down and you ain't going back on that plane. And I don't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's the way that I'm making my money, we jumping out this plane today.
Hey, that's why you gotta be careful what you sign up for. I don't know if I'll be signing up for that.
And guess what? The place where I went, I signed the clause, the waiver, and the waiver specifically tells you if anything happens to you, they are not responsible.
Oh no! See, look, no, I'm cool.
Your family can't claim nothing. You can't claim nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can claim nothing because guess why? They are uninsured. You doing this at your own risk. So yeah. But it didn't discourage. I mean, I thought about it, but I signed the paper.
My wouldn't help me. I'm cool.
She said, you're going to crack up when you see my video. Oh, girl, come on with the video. My instructor had to push my head back and pull my hands off the barbie. I had my hands in the wrong place when they opened the door. Can't see jumping out of a perfectly good plane. I love it. I'm doing it again.
Yeah, I'm bored. Who you telling?
Yeah, I'm going to do it again.
A perfectly good plane. Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm going to do it again.
Well, Rachel, thank you for coming on the show. And,
thank you for having me.
And seeing all the things that you've accomplished while being on this camera, this YouTube. You was first scared and now you thriving on there. You doing stuff on camera that I wouldn't do.
Really?
Yeah.
And people who don't know me, Unbiased LLC, I just reached my 3K on YouTube. So
congratulations. Yeah.
She putting in the work. So
for more.
Subscribe.
Yes.
What other social medias can we catch you on aside from YouTube?
I have Instagram, Unbiased _LLC, TikTok, Unbiased _LLC, Facebook. I go by Unbiased INK because they wouldn't let me change it. Threads, Unbiased _LLC. So pretty much across the board, if you type in Unbiased, I'm either gonna be LLC or Beauty because my hair salon is Unbiased Beauty LLC.
Wow. We greatly appreciate you coming on and,
thank y'all. Hey, Miss Sonia Siegler. Hey, Queen.
And encouraging us. Keep doing what you're doing. It's a beautiful thing. It's I'm glad that, we're part of it and we get to see what it all that you've gotten from it and what you're projecting to the community out here.
I appreciate you guys. Like, y'all have no idea this journey. It would not be if y'all didn't push me and others. I don't, I don't know if y'all even realize that this is what y'all was doing. I kind of think that y'all was just saying it out in the open at first.
Yeah.
But to be honest, y'all made people start a YouTube channel and learn from the mistakes. I remember Mike, and he still said, if I make the mistake so you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just saying, little things like that y'all used to say in the squad, hashtag squad, like I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. And y'all just making people, you know, y'all just doing it for the people. Like, seriously. I don't think people realize the value in y'all. It's amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
That's, humbling, to say the least, right there.
Yes,
and,
it is.
You know,
and I still love y'all, even though I'm not as active. But trust me, I be around. I see y'all. I like the button.
Yeah,
thank you.
We know.
Yeah, thank you. So, again, thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you. Love hearing the story. Love the motivation, the inspiration, and all the stuff. All y'all new people, man, we here every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
We might be sitting down, man. We sitting down with everybody from the bedroom to the boardroom. So y'all go tell a friend and tell a friend.
Absolutely.
Tap in, subscribe, and all the stuff. We will see y'all next week.
Thank you, Barb.
I'm not sure how next Thursday is going to go because we're actually being interviewed by Heat Press Nation next week. So,
wow! On over here.
On their channel. So I'm not sure how next Thursday is going to be. But we got an interview. They're interviewing us.
That's awesome! Congratulations. Yeah. I mean, even though Mike done been to the warehouse and all, but still, like, seek it. You up next. You remember when you used to say that? I'm up next.
Yeah.
Don't say he up next. He right beside me. He gonna use that.
I'm telling y'all, I'm not an influencer, and I don't forget it. I have never
an influencer. I'm a catalyst. You know,
you're an influencer. I don't want to hear that. Here we go.
We bring the community. We you know, I'm the voice. That's all. You know,
but that's what makes it a team.
Right.
Yes, Mike can show you all of this, the equipment and this, that, and the third, but Seek has the questions. He got the answers. So y'all, and then the way that y'all met on Facebook, and look at y'all now.
Yeah.
I remember the stories.
You know the old story.
I remember the stories. And y'all even start calling yourselves brothers. And that was like the most beautiful thing. Like, I'm telling you, y'all just don't know the impact that y'all have had on so many people nationwide, worldwide. They watching y'all. They may not say nothing, but they watching.
Period.
So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Keep striving for the stars, because y'all, I mean, it's inevitable that you guys are going to get there.
For sure.
Thank you.
That's what I be trying to tell this brother right here. He gonna listen. He gonna listen to somebody.
One day,
but we will see y'all next week.
Take your leg out and hit him. Pop. See. Take your leg out and hit him. Pop.
Something he I ain't even wearing it right now. I was gonna pull it off and put it in the camera. I ain't wearing it. Right on. If we don't see y'all next week, there will be some here to watch, but I'm not sure how it's gonna go. But worst case scenario, we'll see y'all the week after next. Appreciate y'all.
What time is your thing on for Thursday with them?
It's gonna be pre-recorded, so I'm not sure.
You don't know what time they're gonna release it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But thank y'all tapping in. Appreciate you. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell your friend to tell a friend.
Peace.
Y'all be blessed.